Hail brothers and sisters, I am Ramund Redbeard and welcome to my new channel. I hate to come to you bearing this as my first message, but I need to make this stand now as America toils. On September 10th of 2025, Charlie Kirk was assassinated in cold blood. I was originally going to post this video on 9/11, a day that will now also carry the weight of being the first day after the rape of America and their values by the senseless killing of Charlie Kirk. I originally thought of making this YouTube channel to call out the retards and the horrible people and peoples within our societies across the world. But I understand now that this channel must be something more alongside that. My first video was going to be about Raja Jackson, and my second about the terrible, preventable hate crime that took Irina Zarutska's beautiful life. And now, just days ago, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. This was a man of faith, a man of high moral standing that touched the lives of millions across not only the country, but across the world. And now, the suspected assassin, the killer, has been found. Tyler Robinson. As far as I know, it has not yet been confirmed, but the evidence against him seems to be insurmountable. If somehow he was not the killer, then he should still be ridiculed and shamed for the awful things that he has said after the killing of Charlie Kirk, as well as the things that he has said before. Many of these disgusting killers seek fame in their violent acts. Instead of fame, we shall ensure he earns infamy. I do not want to give him the light of day in this video, but what he has done is foul. I will say that I am aware that not all people of a group are radicals, and I have nothing against the sane and sensible peoples of the left. It is the worst of each group that ruined the perception of that group by others, and Tyler Robinson seemed to be hard left on essentially everything, according to a high school friend that claims to have known him well, as well as other evidence that has been uncovered about his ties to left-aligned, anti-fascist, trans, furry, militant terrorist groups. I never thought I would say those words in that way ever in my life, but this is part of the world that we live in. Among the casings of the bullets from the terrible scene, there were inscriptions that read, "Hey fascist, catch," up, right, down, down, down. On another, "If you read this, you are gay." And the casing that had the lyrics to the Italian song Bella Ciao. Bella Ciao in the first inscription I mentioned are both tied to anti-fascist ideologies, and the directions are the code to release a massive bomb in the game Helldivers 2. Some think this is meaningless, the one about the Helldivers, but to me, this is synonymous to the destruction that it has wrought. It does not only affect Charlie and his family, but like a devastating bomb, it has shock waves that ripple across America herself and the Western world as a whole. Before I get back to some more details, Charlie Kirk is someone that many of us have listened to and learned from for years now. Personally, I did not know much of anything about him until perhaps a couple years ago. Those first few times I heard him speak, I felt as though I finally had someone with a voice that carried many of the same ideas, views, hopes, and dreams as I do, while he was out in the country helping to spread those very same things. He was liked, he was loved, he was disliked, and he was also hated. But within all of that, he gave the country something that it has not had in a very long time. And that was civil discourse until this happened. No matter how many people did or did not agree with him, whether it was on one thing or everything, it does not matter. I do believe that his discourse and his willingness to have peaceful, open, civil discussions with those of all perspectives helped to mold important pieces of America and to help awaken some of the citizens of this beautiful land that is in such turmoil now. I believe that he mirrored the Christian Lord Jesus Christ in this manner of speaking and sitting with those of all backgrounds, no matter whether he agreed or disagreed with the actions of his company. He was open-minded, but firmer in his beliefs. This is not only personal for many of us, but it is also political because of how much weight, change, and latent potential this man had even after achieving so much already. He was only 31 years old when his life was tragically taken away from us, his followers, his friends, and his family. Let us talk about what happened. As I am sure you all know by now, Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck at Utah Valley University only 20 minutes into his event, Turning Point. I cannot and will not show you the video of his death. For one, practically because of YouTube. And secondly, more importantly, much more importantly, because it is disgusting, it is deranged, it is heinous, and it is vile what this person in the community and culture that has promoted this has done. After writing most of this script, I was scrolling X to find some videos to use, and I unknowingly clicked on a video, an uncensored video, showing Charlie Kirk being shot. And this is one reason why it took so long for me to get this video out to you all, is because that night that I saw, fuck Christ, that night that I saw him being shot in the neck, I stopped working. It made me sick, and I did not know how to react other than to just, I was forced to just soak everything in all of its reality. And that being said, I do believe it needs to be said. I do believe it needs to be seen by all those who call for this violence because of this, not so they can continue to celebrate, but because so many of these people, these animals, do not have a grasp that this is real, that the violence is real, that our lives are real. And in that very same vein, death is real. I am not a Christian, and it pains me to have to say this because he is gone. But I know that Charlie Kirk is in a better place now with his God, in their eternal paradise that is heaven. I know that we are of different faiths, but I wish to be able to fight alongside him in Valhalla and in Ragnarok. If he is not able to take a step down from heaven, I know that his fighting spirit will be there among us, the Einherjar. Charlie had views that upset some people, but he never spoke without logic and reasoning, and with statistics that supported his claims. Regardless of whether or not we agreed on everything, he was among the best of us, if not so. He touched millions with his words and his actions. He was a husband and a father with a beautiful family, a friend to many, and a leader to many, many more. I wish them all the best of health and the best of fates as we now stand without him in life. But we now stand together forever with this message, his message, in our hearts. What I can and will show is a piece of those disgusting people that have advocated and celebrated for the death of this good man. Here are some clips of these morally ill people. These people had have no bearing on life and its meaning whatsoever, and have had their minds entirely devoured by this demonic moral and spiritual malaise. I am a heathen. These people are monsters. However, before I do this, I want to make a clear distinction that I feel needs to be made. I do feel like the left has been largely radicalized and constantly promotes extreme violence and acts upon it. But this is absolutely no means to demonize all of those on the left, nor will I ever call to the violence of any people that are not terrorists. However, I do believe that these people are domestic terrorists. Terrorists are those who pursue political ends by violent means. We have seen it for years that when the left does not get what they want politically, they rally to riot, to burn, to induce fear, to incite lawlessness, to steal, to maim, and to kill whatever, without ever expecting any ill consequence to come their way. And for so long it never did. We cannot allow this to continue without laying the hammer down upon these curs. I do not condone actions that harm others unless your life or those lives around you are at stake. Life is a precious thing, but when someone so dishonestly steals the life away from another, they may very well deserve death themselves. May those people that perform such vile and despicable acts be sent to the deepest depths of Helheim, so that the righteous dead may fight them in Ragnarok as they sail in on the ship of Naglfar that boards those wretched dead. The right has largely disavowed Nazis, fascists, trailer trash, and many other morally disgusting groups that can be found to be aligned with the right. The left needs to do the same and disavow these awful, detestable, violent people that so often incite violence and then celebrate when someone they help to radicalize goes out and actually commits one of these atrocious acts. Only then will the left begin to heal. And I would love to see more good-willed, strong, sensible, peaceful people on the left that do not get cannibalized by the vicious far-left liberal extremists that have grown so large in number, so loud in voice, and so deadly in action. With that in mind, let us continue to these few clips that I do have. Okay, one thing again I want to make clear before I show these posts to you guys is that I I really do not believe that every person on the left is evil, right? I don't believe that every person on the left is stupid. I don't believe that every person on the left is, whatever, like a retard or whatever like that. There are bad people, there are evil people, there are retards on the right, there are retards everywhere, right? However, I do think that there are more bad people, that there are more dishonest people, and more, just frankly, evil people on the left. And we will see that here on in this first post. Um, so this is this account, Free the World. I don't know who this person is, but we'll take a look at. They've posted some things about some screenshots of what people are saying, and this is disgusting. So it's people calling it. This is after Charlie Kirk has uh, passed away, right, or was assassinated, and they're calling out for people to go out and kill Matt Walsh. I don't know who Chaya Raichik is. I assume that she is somebody, if that is a woman or a man, whoever they are, is somebody on the right, I imagine, or it's just anyone that disagrees with these people, because I have seen them cannibalize each other. If there's one person that simply steps a step away from whatever the current narrative is, they eat them, they kill them, and just rape everything that they have and take it away from him. It is disgusting. these people are calling for Matt Walsh to die, Trump. I've heard so many people say that they wish that the person that tried to shoot Trump would not have missed. I mean, he did not miss. He still hit them, right? And thank the gods that Trump is still alive. Regardless of whether I agree with him, disagree with him, you agree with him, disagree with him, it does not matter. He's alive. I did not like Biden. Definitely did not like Kamala. But I never ever would have asked for or celebrated their deaths. And when I mentioned the left, or the far left cannibalizing their own, take a look at when they propped up Biden, and then they totally shit on him after they found out that he had cancer. And that's so sad. It's regardless of whether it happened there. But we can get back to the topic at hand. So, taking another look at these, yes, Trump, Matt Walsh, Joe Rogan. He used to be. I mean, he's always been his own guy, right? But he used to be a lot more aligned with the left. And his over the time, I guess, uh, people view him as more right winged. He's just a dude. He's literally just a dude. And that being said, these people do not care about your lives. If they don't kill you themselves, they'll go and just as easily ask somebody else to go ahead and kill you instead. And this is exactly what they're doing. They're calling for Ben Shapiro. This person, Millie Bearden, um, they say, laughing my eyes off. This is the best birthday present ever. I'm laughing so hard. That's what you get, bitch. Die, bitch. That's what you deserve. Someone should take out Ben Shapiro next. Well, Millie Bearden, I hope for your next birthday that you're in prison and you're having a really good time with the other inmates. I'll say that. I will leave it at that. Um, there is this person. I'm not. I'm not going to say that name. So glad his bitch ass got packed up. Ben Shapiro next, please. So many people. Ben Shapiro is a Jew, so he's already got just automatically by birth more targets on his back because for some reason everyone hates Jews. I don't really understand. Um, and it's disgusting here what these people are doing and these people are saying online like there is no consequence to what they have, no consequence to anything. Now, again, people talk about free speech, right? Free speech absolutely does not cover the incitement of violence. It does not cover the support of terrorism. It does not cover anything that promotes or incites other people or yourself to break the law, whatever law it might be. You're not free to say that because it it incites breaking other laws. I feel like it's obvious, right? It just makes fucking sense. A lot of people saying rest in peace. Elon Musk. There's this guy, Jen Yorobochi, or maybe Jen Yorobichi, right? He talking for Elon next, please. And talking about this list right here from this guy, Darren Darrell. They literally have a list of people that they want others to kill. What is this? This is foul. How can people see this and not be absolutely disgusted and brought to a fire to go out and say something against these people? But I understand the fear of speaking out because we have seen what they've done to Charlie. They fucking killed him. And I do not mean to be so vulgar in these videos. It's just the way I speak. I apologize if that is not good for you. But if you are here and you appreciate that, thank you. Still, Elon just made a fantastic speech. I think he was over in the UK. Well, I will cover that to you later, okay? This, of all people, is Sneeko. This guy right here that he's reacting to is Ethan Klein, also known as, I think, H3H3. A lot of people have mixed views about him. And Sneeko, a lot of times, I feel like is pretty hard on some things. But let us take a listen to what he has to say here. This is more sensible, by the way. This is not everything I'm showing you is disgusting and vile and evil, right?
It,
So, excuse me, what's going on here is that Ethan is found out about Charlie Kirk passing or being assassinated. It did not just pass, right? We should not use that kind of language and let some things slide when there was something bad that happened.
I believe him, to be honest with you. I mean, he is most of the time a slimy liar,
it's terrifying.
but I had a feeling he would react like this compared to people like Destiny and Hasanabi. Destiny clearly doesn't have the same sort of fatherly attributes that someone like Ethan Klein does, regardless of whether you get.
He was talking about Destiny not having any fatherly attributes, and Hassan does not either. The only things that they are the father of in America is terrorism. Those people are just total inciters of terrorism and violence and despicable acts.
Disagree, agree with him. Hassan has been.
Again, I will say this about Hassan and Destiny is that I really do not think that we would be anywhere near this far with how extreme the left wing has gotten if it was not for those two promoting so many disgusting things.
Been advocating for violence, but when I think of Ethan Klein, I could say a lot of things about him. I do believe he's a family man. And this is why it's so upsetting to so many people, including me. Like, not everything is about Israel Palestine, like the chat are trying to make it right now. Like, when you look at somebody like Charlie Kirk, well, what I do, I see a father, I see a Christian man, I see an American patriot, and like I keep having to reiterate, of course he was wrong about Palestine and Islam, but I don't see a bad person. I see a father who cared about his family. I think about his daughters, they're going to have to grow up seeing this video and have to grow up without him. Respect to Ethan.
So that being said, right, even though Sneeko did not agree with everything Charlie said about Palestine and Islam, uh, he sees that he should not have been killed for what he believed, even though it was different than him. And I feel like that is just the normal, sane thing to do is to just not want someone to literally die or be killed and be taken away from this beautiful world that we have, even though that it's filled with so many disgusting people right now. They still do not deserve to be taken away just because of something that they believe. And this one here is really disgusting. I don't like to watch this one. Excuse me. I do not like to watch this one.
We got Charlie in the neck. We got Charlie in the neck. Who's up next? We got Charlie in the neck. We got Charlie in the neck. We got Charlie in the neck. Who's up next? We got Charlie in the neck.
I don't know if this person has been caught or not, but I hope to the fucking gods. Again, excuse me for my vulgarity, you guys will probably just have to get used to it. I hope to the gods that this guy is found, the people that at whatever he is doing are found, and I hope that he gets absolutely fucking slandered. Because people like this, they need consequences. People like this have forgotten what consequences are. It is disgusting. This people like this are evil, or they have no bearing on life, its meaning. Like I had mentioned earlier, this is truly an act of disgusting proportions. I don't understand where this comes from. Actually, I cannot say that. People that are chronically online and they're absorbed into these terrible environments where they're consuming this disgusting media and that are being desensitized to things like this oftentimes is the outcome. And especially if it's left-winged or left-aligned areas on the internet because these people say the most heinous, awful things. So terrible. This is actually evil. And then let's see, there's a post here that is talking about people that have posted things promoting the killing of Charlie Kirk. This first user is a Wiggler lesbian. Posted suggesting, quote, 25 woke students can easily kill Charlie Kirk, end quote, in response to a company ad discussion. And as we've seen a few days ago, and it's so many times here recently, that one person can really change so many things, and not in a good way. I mean, people can, yes, a single person can change things in a good way, right? Of course. But this obviously is not. Eric Drum expressed a desire to, quote, pay 1,000 in cash to watch Travis Kelce fucking kill Charlie Kirk, end quote, in reaction to a media clip about Kirk himself. This person that goes by Coke Bottle, probably in reference to cocaine, because no sane, sober person speaks like this, right? They filled in a blank response to one of Kirk's posts with kill Charlie Kirk as a suggested phrase. Some guy named Michael Aftons stated, quote, let's kill Charlie Kirk, end quote, in a casual comment on a profile interaction prompt. This reminds me of how Hassan is promoted the same exact violence that we saw just here recently, where he was advocating for his audience to go out and kill Rick Scott, the senator. I do not remember where or too much about it, but I do remember that. I don't know how to pronounce this last one. Sean Wojay asked, quote, can someone just kill Charlie Kirk at this point? End quote, quoting one of Kirk's controversial statements. And quoting a controversial statement, who cares? Who cares so much that what you feel like you need to do is to kill somebody? Why? Why? This is an act of evil. Whatever devils there are in the world, it is probably these people. We'll go up here some more. This is basically like the first thing we saw. This post is not as insane, right? So this guy says that there are Palestinians also with families dying every day who received no sympathy from so many people. Yet the moment Charlie Kirk, who has advocated for their deaths, dies, I don't know. I have not seen that. I cannot confirm or deny whether Charlie has made that statement or not. Everybody starts talking about how wrong it was, and that's why this person does not feel bad for them. They are entitled to that opinion, right? I mean, just as all of these people are entitled to their opinions, but they are not entitled to go out and speak and incite violence. You are not entitled to do that. That is literally, for one, it is illegal, and secondly, it is so amoral. Typically, a lot of times you find that illegal things are also immoral. I wonder why. But this one pasta after another is in response to his other post here, that being serious about the Charlie Kirk thing. I think that the way he died was horrific and it should not have happened. I'm glad that this person, even though that they don't agree with Charlie, can say that this person, that he should not have died and he should not have been killed, even though this person doesn't feel sympathy with him. That's fine, right? We take a look at here. This person, Bruce Schlesman, says hundreds and hundreds of pages of teachers, county government workers, bureaucrats, and medical professionals posting calls to violence. Calls to violence is such a disgusting fucking thing. In celebration at the death of Charlie Kirk. These monsters are living among us. They teach our children they want you dead. These people want you dead for thinking anything that's different than what they do. This person, Megan Trammell, they said that Charlie Kirk, getting shot at a school as he was talking about school shootings and how gun control is not the answer will never not be funny to this person and spare them the pearl clutching because they don't care. Why? Why? Why does this person, why do these people feel like it is okay to go out and say these things like they will never have any consequences on them ever? Probably because they did not for a long time and they were able to grow so loud in voice in their animosity for life in general. These are anti-human people. And like I said, I'm not going to call for violence, but if this person ever gets arrested for anything, they're probably going to beat the shit out of this person in there. Probably just because this person has a very punchable looking face. This guy, Petty as Praxis, he says he does not care about Charlie's wife, does not care about his kids. Now, I mean, in general, like, you know, people that don't know him or whatever, even people that do know him, in the context of this, it is so sad that you have no sympathy, no empathy, whatever word you want to use. You have no care for this beautiful family that lost the crux, this huge pillar of the family, and these kids have to live without their father. This woman has to live without her husband, and if Charlie's parents are still alive, then they have to live without their son. This is a family that has been absolutely torn, and the family that is America is torn as well. Let us see what this stupid bitch is singing and dancing about. Let's see if
I have breaking news. We think that Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck. Hey, ooh, ah, ooh.
I'm surprised that she does not have fucking cow jewelry in her nose. That is a surprise to me.
Cut the music. Cut the music. In real talk, I am not truly celebrating that he got shot in the neck. I think it's really sad.
She 100% is celebrating Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck and being taken away from the world. That is what she is celebrating.
For his family, because I know he was a father, and if he does pass away from this, hopefully not, hopefully so.
Exactly. This is a disgusting, stupid fucking person.
That is not good, because bringing kids up in a broken family is never good. And gun violence, again.
This girl was probably had an upbringing in a broken family where her father was probably not around, because I have never met a woman with a good father around that ever acted like this. If she had a father around, she would probably not act like this, because if any good father saw or heard his daughter saying something like this or acting like this, he would probably have a very long conversation with her or smack her across the fucking back of the head, because this is disgusting. You don't allow your children to go out and to say shit like this. For one, it's just, I don't need to explain it to you guys. You understand, right? There's still more.
And I think we should go back to having this conversation and who's allowed to have access to these guns, because now public figures are getting shot left and right. I mean, it's not every other day, but truly, what a tragedy.
These people make me sick. This is a really short one.
Hear something flowing. We never have to hear something new from his fucking mouth ever again.
You never had to hear him in the first place. If you did not like what he had to say, just don't listen to him. That's literally all you had to do. You just had to not listen. You had to just stay away from any media that had him in it. And that's literally not that hard. Get off the internet. You look like you could go to the gym, right? You look like you could do anything else other than be on the internet. Sorry, these people make me just furious. I hate it so much. Jay Daly, he says he writes this with a heavy heart. That Charlie was articulate, highly educated, a gentleman, a dad, husband, and a patriot. He was. Whatever your beliefs, I want to live in a society where one can express them. Mr. Kirk was taken out for speaking the truth. And that he was taken out while he was doing this very thing. And it is a scary thing. You know, I was really wondering whether or not I should show my face while making these videos, but this is all the more reason. You know, I don't have any subscribers, I don't nothing like that. I don't care about that. You know, I care about being able to speak these things because this is what matters. This is Destiny. Destiny is a fucking
It's going to be the exact same response that it always is. It's going to be blaming the left.
One shot.
All right.
What do you think conservative response to this will be? It's going to be the exact same response that it always is. It's going to be blaming the left. It's going to be a call for more aggressive rhetoric towards the left. It's going to be a call for the left to condemn or disavow whatever the fuck. Anybody on the left that does any sort of disavow whatever bullshit, I think is cucked and weak. I saw Newsom doing it earlier.
Cucked and weak. For disavowing people that are violent and amoral, this guy is a retard and people listen to him and those people become retarded. I will talk about this in when I read from the Hoppamal that when fools become fools by listening to other fools. It's just a sad thing. I'm not even going to continue to watch this. Hassan Piker did this, says Solionath. I kind of like that name. Hassan Piker did this. Destiny did this. Oh, I didn't even realize I had this post in here. I said the same exact thing. These people are the fathers of terrorism in this beautiful country and across the world. The left has supported violent rhetoric against Charlie Kirk and others for years. The left murdered a good young man for nothing. Yes, this person is correct. This person is 100% correct. You take a look at any media that the left posts out, and it's you have a good chance of finding something that's vile and disgusting like this. Apparently, I have another
A joke saying that TPUSA. I saw Destiny just now on his stream. He was making a joke saying that TPUSA should sell shirts saying "I survived TPUSA."
Or like a final fundraiser, Turning Point could like sell, like, I went to Charlie Kirk's last event and survived shirts or whatever.
This is what pisses people off and actually is segregating us as a country more and more.
Because
I don't know who this other person is. I'm really not on the internet a whole lot myself, right? I think this person's name is Steiny. This person is right. This is separating America. And we've already been on the brink of so much tension for the past, I don't even know how many years. But this feels like a dam has been broken. So much blood. For what reason? I think I skipped part of that video. So for this video, there are the clips of multiple videos are people celebrating Charlie's death. And I hate to watch these things. I don't want to make you watch them either. But I think it has to be seen for us and for these people to be called out for what they've been doing, because it is not right. This is pure evil, as this guy says. Moments after Charlie Kirk was assassinated in broad daylight, radical leftist, again, radical. Not all leftists are like this. And these radical leftists ruined everything for the normal, sane, sensible leftist people. It's just that there are a lot of radical leftists, and they're all very loud, and so many of them are very violent. Let's take a look at these stupid ass videos.
Worship Christ with the best of your portions. I know
I didn't even read this at first when I watched these. It says God is good and God is great. God would... I'm not a Christian, right? And I understand that, he has a plan and all these things like that. And I am certain that his death, we can turn it into a good thing to make sure that he does not die in vain. Not turning it into a good thing to celebrate like these ignorant people, that are using this in such a dishonest way.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Siri, please play Shoulda Ducked by Lil Durk featuring.
There was somebody that I work with that I mentioned the Charlie Kirk thing, and they walked past me and they said that he should have ducked. And that's all.
Featuring new artist Charlie Kirk.
See, like, people dancing like this, literally joy. These people are finding joy because somebody died. Somebody died that they just disagree with. This is not like Charlie was a mass fucking terrorist or murderer or anything like that. He was not. He was just a man of God. He was just a dude going out and speaking what he believed. And he was killed for that.
Looked like the hate speech finally caught up with old Charlie Kirk. Sorry, Charlie.
This is just...
I just got a push notification that Charlie Kirk was shot at one of his Prove Me Wrong debates at the university in Utah. I believe it was Utah Valley. And when I read it, said that they believe that he was shot in either the side of the head or the neck or something like that. Yeah. What is it that they say?
You're so disingenuous.
It's not gun control. It's not common sense gun laws. What is it? Oh, I remember. Thoughts and prayers.
I hate when they turn a beautiful thing like Christianity around in such a dishonest way, and a lot of these people are doing this to Charlie in his memory. And we also have this
Keep the money flipping, it's all I know. Been in and out of prison for a while, I know. Grew up in the ghetto.
just why? Well, I don't understand. These people are literally jumping and killing people. I don't even watch this stupid shit anymore. This guy, I don't know if he has been found. I don't know what. I thought I might have seen that he was found. The thing that makes me curious about this is that how are you so ready? How are you so ready to jump and cheer for joy if you did not know that something was going to happen beforehand? And I really think that this is way, way deeper than just Tyler Robinson. I think I saw something I might have mentioned earlier that 20 more suspects might have been found in this whole debacle. But this guy here, so many people are trying to profit off of this in the sense of, like, I saw a clip of a guy trying to plug his fucking Instagram or something like that while taking a video. It's just so sad, so sick. It's not sad, it's evil. It is evil stuff in this guy right here. Charlie is being taken off in this direction. This is literally seconds after. I don't want to watch all of this either. You know what? You guys get the point, right? You guys get the point. I'm not going to make you suffer for another 2 minutes through that.
Charlie Kirk dying is based. Another thing I just have to say is Charlie Kirk dying is basically like a member of the KKK dying. I don't care if he had a family. I don't.
These people are. Let's go back down here. Let's go back down here. I saw. These are the same people who preach love intolerance. Does that sound like love intolerance to you? Because it does not sound like love intolerance to me. This sounds like hate and evil to me. It is disgusting. You know what? Let's end off with a bit of a better video right here, a much better video. Maybe not.
If you're celebrating the death of an innocent man who got shot down in front of children, adolescents, teens, adults, mostly young people, his 2 children and his wife, then you are a piece of shit scum. Scum of the earth. Piece of shit. Human being, garbage, trash, awful person. And you are the problem with society.
I 100% agree with him. I 100% agree with him. You know, it does not matter. I don't care if you're like the furthest away from me in whatever I believe. If you go out and say that he should have died, I'm automatically going to assume that you are, for one, a retard, and secondly, a piece of shit. Because no sane, normal person that has feelings and is not a sociopath says shit like this. I'm not even gonna mess with this stupid woman. Oh God, that's so sad. I think my computer is crashing out. This is going to be the last video we watch, and then I will wrap up the video. This woman has been found. I know this, that this woman has been found by her university, and she has been promptly expelled. Thank goodness, because people should not be allowed to act like this. I don't like to use the word bitch for women, or I'll use it for men anytime. But for women, I mean, this woman, she deserves it. She's just a dumb ghetto bitch, really. Dumb ghetto bitch. I'm not saying ghetto because she's black. I'm saying ghetto because of the way that she is acting. No respect whatsoever. Absolute disrespect from this woman.
Evil is real, people, and it kind of looks like that. Evil. Evil. Murder is bad. She is evil. Have not said. Why are you being so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Yeah. Hey, can somebody tell her to back up? Can you not put the camera in my face? I'm sitting here. You walked up.
So many of these people are so openly aggressive, and then they'll say that the people near them that are literally probably doing fucking nothing are the ones that are being aggressive. Like, just take a look at the way that she is operating. Like, this is clear that she is the aggressor, and that guy is literally just minding his own business. Maybe somehow there's things going on outside the video that we can't see, but I really doubt it.
Okay, well, I don't want this. I said rest in peace. Just leave it alone. Please don't come after me. I want to be left alone.
I'm not emotional, ma'am. Don't tell me what I am and what I'm not. You can get out of my face, because I can tell you.
I'll tell you what she is. She's a stupid fucking bitch. That's what she is. And people should not be allowed. Well, excuse me. People should not act like this. People are allowed to act however they want, but there should be consequences to acting in any type of way. There are good consequences and there are bad consequences, and there is also the lack of consequences, apparently, because people think this stuff is okay.
What you are, but you won't like it.
You're being aggressive. You're being aggressive.
I'm not being aggressive. My voice is very calm. You're calling me aggressive because I'm a black woman.
Not at all.
You are. We're not. I'm very.
Like I said, I'm going to close this out. Yeah, this last one, we're not going to watch this whole thing, don't worry.
Guy Benson.
Right here. Oh.
Conservative movement. Peter Thiel, no place in the conservative movement. So that, just to go down the list.
This, I think, is important for all the people that are saying that Charlie does not care about gay people, or think that gay people or any LGBTQ whatever have no place in the conservative movement or wherever, right? I don't know how long ago this was, but this is still something that he has said, right?
If they are if they're supporting open homosexuality,
So,
yeah, no
some background on this video so you don't have to watch the whole 5 minutes is that this guy right here, the one, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but this guy that does not have the microphone right here, he is going and asking Charlie about gay people and if he thinks that gay people should be basically kicked out of the conservative movement and be ridiculed, and if that whole sort of spiel, right, is the twisting Christianity into a really hateful thing.
I'm going to ask a very respectful question, as respectfully as I can. What does what they do in their private life concern you so much that you have to go up in front of a crowd? And
it is against God. That is
so. Let me ask you
a
a question.
Christian or not?
Do we live in a theocracy? Yes or no? No. Do we live in a theocracy?
You said you're a Christian.
I am a Christian. And do you know what? And guess what? I will say this. Part of being a Christian is appropriately interpreting what the theological says for the individual, but also means to be long-suffering and patient and loving and kind. Jesus Christ talked to all people. Jesus Christ went and did his ministry through Judea and Samaria, and he had dinner with tax collectors, and he had dinner with prostitutes, and he did his ministry in every part of the Mediterranean. What it means to be a Christian, my friend, is to be open-minded but firm in your beliefs, so you can have that belief. But if you say there's something inherently wrong with communicating or associating just because they make different personal decisions than you, sir, are not a conservative. Thanks for being here tonight.
In speaking with people, regardless of whatever agreement or disagreement there was, is, or whatever, was exactly what Charlie had been doing for so long with Turning Point USA. And he was killed for that. With all of this in mind, that these radical lunatics are going around asking, begging for the killings of peoples that they simply do not agree with, I cannot sit idly by. We must not sit idly by. The Norse stories teach us that heroes do not wait for their scars to heal, nor do they wait to feel good to be heroic. They choose to do the strong thing because they have seen the other side of inaction or cowardice. If I have to lay the hammer down upon these people, then I may lay Mjolnir itself down upon them. And you should too. My friends, my brothers, my sisters, but this should not be done in violence. It should not be done in violence. As I said, I would never condone violence against another unless your life or those lives close to you are at stake. Even though these people are terrorists, we are all the people of America. We are all the American people. I do not know what needs to be done to wake them up and to resensitize them to the realities of life and all of its horrors and all of its beauties. But I do know that there are ways that we can move forward. Peace through strength, love, dignity, honor, courage. Be brave enough to stick out. Be brave enough to stand out, and be brave enough to speak out. We need to take a stand against these hateful, disgusting, heinous, and vile people. America is not the place. The world is not the place for such moral corruption. May we find a way to heal them through our words, through our love, and resensitize them to those things that matter. We must do this with an appreciation for life, and in turn, an appreciation for death as well. It should not be done through violence, my friends. I will say that again. We are not the same as the brutal mongrels that we face. This fight must be fought as we've fought, with peace, love, faith, and strength, because it is life and death that we know we have within this world, and everything we do is between those two things. Friends, For future reference, I am a first-year teacher and I am in the middle of some physical training for a military event, so I do not always have much time to share such things. I hope you all can bear with me in the future if you choose to sail along with me in this journey, as I will probably have news out to you all a bit later than most others. I do not plan on scripting most of my videos in this way, so if you see me looking away often, it is because I want my words to be more measured in this important topic. In the future, I doubt it will often be so with the scripting unless I'm covering things that I feel need similar tact and structure. I want to mention briefly that I believe this event will have such an extreme impact on America, her people, her cultures, and even the world itself as a result of this. And we are seeing this already with the uprising in the UK, as well as the many emotions of the peoples of America. Charlie was a champion of free speech, and he was killed for it in cold blood in front of his wife, his kids, children, teens, adults, and so many people. We will ensure his death is not in vain, and I hope we can work together, the left, the right, and everyone in between, to bring ourselves together as the American people. I will continue on speaking out against the rape of America and her values as I have time, for I do not speak lightly when I say this has bred a modern civil war. However, I would like to close this video out. As I said, I am not a Christian, but I would like to end us with a prayer to the Christian God as an act of respect and good faith to Charlie, and a reading of a few stanzas from the Havamal, the words of the High One that Odin has given us, that I believe are quite applicable to this sad, gruesome situation. Now, if you would like to join me in prayer, I will open my eyes some to help read this. I want it to be as good as I can make it as someone that is not part of it. Dear Heavenly Father, I know I come from a place outside of your hearth, but we pray that you welcome well Charlie into your beautiful home in heaven high above. We pray that you bring peace, love, and good fates to Charlie's family and give them guidance in his absence. May you continue to lead those that Charlie has touched with his words and grant good health to them all. We pray that you help America bring justice to her land and her people. Amen. I apologize to you if that was rough or not like a typical Christian prayer, but I hope you all receive it well, as an extended hand from me as someone from another faith. Now, I do not remember exactly where I placed my copy of the Poetic Eddas at, but I do have a copy on my phone, so here are stanzas 73 to 77 of Dr. Jackson Crawford's translation of the Havamal, which are the words of Odin, right? As I had mentioned, I apologize if this is technically plagiarism, but I will email him for permission to use his work later. Also, definitely take a look at his new edition of the Poetic Eddas he just released a day or two ago. I will link it in the description if you are interested. Two men will defeat one. Your tongue can endanger your head. In every hand hidden by a cloak, I expect to see a weapon. The seaman is glad at evening, looking forward to his dinner, with just a short distance to row home, but an autumn night is untrustworthy. Many things can get worse in only 5 days, and even more in a month. The ignorant man does not know how little he knows. You become foolish by listening to fools. One man is rich, another man is poor. Neither has the other to blame. Cows die, family die. You will die the same way. But a good reputation never dies for the one who has earned it well. Cows die, family die. You will die the same way. I know only one thing that never dies: the reputation of the one who's died. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Thank you for what you have given us in this life and in this death. Lastly, for my new beloved audience, thank you too for sharing your time with me and hearing my thoughts and feelings on this matter. I will hopefully have more opportunities here soon to share more time with you, with both more light-hearted stuff as well as deeper things such as this. If you enjoyed my content, please leave a like and a comment below, and please consider subscribing. If you did not like my content, please leave a dislike and a comment below detailing why. I would like to hear all of your thoughts below, regardless of what they are, whether it is about the retards that we listen to on X, or about this terrible, sad, evil thing that has happened. Regardless of whatever they are, I would like to improve my craft for both myself and for you, as well as to hear your own thoughts. I wish you all good health. Go touch some grass, go get some sun, play in the water, go exercise, take a hike in the woods. And I hope to see you soon. This was Ramund Redbeard, and remember, friends, in the name of the All-Father, find a way or make one.